For the first time ever, the European Union is financing the purchase of weapons, which will be shipped to Ukraine. The EU is also shutting down airspace access to Russian aircraft, banning Russian media, and imposing sanctions on Belarus, which has aided Moscow's military aggression. Russia unleashed a new wave of attacks overnight as the invasion enters its fourth day. Elise Preston has the latest from New York.
Russian forces blew up Ukrainian airfields and fuel facilities overnight as its invasion enters day 4. There are reports of street fighting in Ukraine's second largest city, Kharkiv. On Saturday, a missile struck a high-rise apartment building in the capital city of Kyiv.
The Russian troops continue the severe shelling of both military infrastructure, but also civilian objects. Cyber attacks also against the websites of the governmental institutions continue.
Ukraine's president is vowing not to surrender. But for Ukrainian citizens, the situation is becoming desperate. While people are hunkering down for safety in underground parking garages and subway stations, the U.S. predicts as many as 5 million Ukrainians could be forced to flee.
We don't have any choice. We must do this something for survival.
The U.S. has pledged an additional $350 million in military aid, and the U.S., U.K., and European Union are blocking certain Russian banks from the SWIFT global financial messaging system.
Save Ukraine!
Across the U.S., Americans demonstrated their support at rallies Saturday in Los Angeles and New York City.
We are Ukrainians living in New York, and we are desperate to ask people to help Ukraine to fight.
And a Ukrainian chorus opened Saturday Night Live last night, singing Prayer for Ukraine, flanked by a table with candles spelling the word Kyiv, Ukraine's capital, and sunflowers, Ukraine's national flower. Elise Preston, CBS News, New York.
Joining us now is Mariia Shulalova. She is a literary scholar and lecturer living in Ukraine. Mariia, thank you for being here. We can see that you are in darkness. I think your only light might just be what's coming from your screen. Tell us about the situation there and how you're holding up.
Yes, thank you for talking about Ukraine and spreading word about us. Right now, I'm in basement as the place where I am right now. We are having a lot of missiles attacks here. So the situation is the same all around Ukraine, but I feel okay because I keep working and keep helping my country. So we're focused, we have high spirit, even despite the fact that we're slightly sleep deprived. Also, I'm having coronavirus. But we know what we want, and we are coordinating with each other, and we are focused. So that's okay.
Mariia, I just wanted to clarify. Did you say you currently have COVID?
Yes, because it's also another problem. So it didn't disappear. So a lot of people in Ukraine still having it. So that's our reality for now.
So tell us what your days and nights have been like since Russia attacked.
So I sleep for 1 or 2 hours. I'm always trying to eat and to drink. Do not forget about it, to have more energy. And each day I'm doing different tasks because Russian Federation changed plans, strategies, and if in the first day of war, it was extremely important to spread the word. So I was translating so much and reaching international institutions so much and reaching people so much. So on our second day, we had to deal a lot with disinformation. And on the third day, we have to deal a lot with helping people to get out from Kyiv and also to get people to Ukraine, because a lot of people are leaving their homeland to come here and to fight because they are also Ukrainians. And also we need to help a lot here for refugees and for people who need medical treatment. So challenges, new challenges every day. And we are multitasking. We're trying to help while we are monitoring the situations and while we are running to our basement. So that's how it looked like.
It's interesting, Mariia, as you're helping to coordinate people leaving Ukraine, people who want to come back and fight, what led to you deciding to stay there? And do you think that decision might change?
it won't change. I'm staying here. What let me, I don't know, because I feel safe staying in Ukraine. I know that I just need to find a safe place and do whatever I can. And I know that everything will be fine. We will win. I don't know how to explain. It's not a decision. It's like a belief. So I didn't think much about that. I just know that what to do.
Mariia, I want to ask you, you said that you're helping to coordinate people leaving Ukraine, and this might not be something that you know anything about, but one of my producers sent me several reports of foreign exchange students, particularly African students, who have found it very difficult to leave Ukraine, and Kyiv in particular, and as well as some other cities. Have you been encountering that? Can you tell us anything about that?
Yes, of course. I'm always in touch with people who are coming from Kyiv borders, with people who are on borders right now. It is pretty difficult. It might take you 16 hours to take from Kyiv and to ride, for example, 300 kilometers. It might take you 16 hours, but it's what we're doing right now. Also, there is a bad situation on borders, and also, we are getting a lot of aid, but the biggest challenge is it's logistic to transport aid from Europe here, and that's what we are working right now. And we got news that the biggest logistic company are helping with it right now. So challenges appears each minute, and we are creative. We are doing whatever we can, and it works.
Do you feel like you're getting adequate support from the international community?
From international community, definitely. The world is so united and people are amazing. You can't imagine how grateful I am and how it helps me here to stand and keep working. But of course, we definitely need more help from government, from our international organizations, because people and governments, officials, it might be different. For example, was pretty disappointed by France and Germany, but they definitely can improve what they are doing for Ukraine, and we hope they will do it.
You've been actively sharing your experiences through Twitter, and you've written on Twitter that the Ukrainian Defense Forces will win. Tell us why you believe that in your heart, and what does victory look like for you?
That's not belief. That's what I'm actually will happen, because I understand that we are the closest people for information here, because we are having special chats when it's secret chats, so they are encrypted, where we are exchanging information. So also we have inside information, because a lot of my relatives, close people, are fighting right now. So they also give us a lot of information, and that's my sources. So everything will be fine here, but we definitely need world keep working with us, keep banning Russia, keep ruining Russian economy, and we need more weapons here, more medical and humanitarian.
I want to ask you just what the greatest hardships are that you're facing, and how long you think the Ukrainian people can hold out in the current state of affairs.
Thank you for the question. It's emotions. It's a third day. We're exhausted. We're sleep deprived. Also today I had my first panic attack. So we have to work with our mind, and it is the hardest part. But support of the whole world, it helps a lot. It really helps. Also, another thing what is helping right now, we have a lot of misinformation that Ukraine might lose, that Kyiv might fall, but it's not true. And we also have here chats. They all are in Ukrainian, of course, maybe in Russian, so a world can get this information so fast. But we have really a lot of fast information about Russian losses in this war, and they are huge. So each second, when I am exhausted and depressed, I'm watching how people are supporting us all over the world, and how Russian troops are losing, and their losses are severe. They won't take any city. They didn't took any important cities. So I have proofs. I see it by my eyes, and pictures of dead Russian soldiers, of bombed Russian technique. They are appearing and appearing and appearing. It's a lot of different pictures. So
Mariia, I want to ask you about that because, as you say, you're concerned about the misinformation. We do know that there is an active information campaign that is happening. You clearly are isolated right now in your basement. We know that Kyiv is under lockdown at the moment to civilians. Where are you getting your information from, and do you feel like you're in something of an information lockout, or do you feel like you are getting a full picture of what's happening on the streets?
Yeah, thanks God I have great internet here. So we are really coordinated because we made crypted chats when we are sharing information. And also I'm extrovert person, so I have network. And I also have huge families that is living all around Ukraine, and we are reading and texting 24/7. So right now we have the biggest amount of information and we're actively sharing it. So that's why sometimes I'm not able to respond journalists, because we're exchanging information here. It's, you might have heard about this technology, crowdfunding. It's when you unite a lot of people and you are exchanging. And we also have strategies how to check information. And we are making small networks of people you trust, you personally know that. And we have a lot of strategies to do that, because actually Russia is having a propaganda and disinformation war since 2014. So we are pretty ready with that. We were training to work with that for 8 years. So our soldiers were training to war for 8 years, and people were training to resist disinformation for 8 years. And that's why we are doing good right now.
Mariia Shulalova, what a fascinating conversation. I so appreciate you coming to us from your basement. Please stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you.